There is a personal opportunity. People, for the first time in a sense, in many decades, are able to engage in activities right now that, in short order, will allow them to be, to help make things happen. The ticket of admission into this is a willingness to work and pursue the issue. For me, my first day of college, I went in to see the esteemed chairman of the Aerospace Engineering Department at the University of Maryland, College Park at the time, one Dr. John Anderson, who asked me what it was that I wanted to do. And I explained to him that I wanted to help build large space structures, build space stations, help provide for space development in earnest. He looked at me and he said, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but you will never get a paying job in the space business. I looked at him and said, well, sir, I have to acknowledge your position, but I don't have to agree with it. And I could a damn sight do everything I can to come up with a different outcome. I left his office and enrolled in graduate school that day. In a very real sense, what he was telling me was that, if I wanted to make something happen, I was going to have to not only do everything I could, to take things conventionally as far as possible, but I was going to have to do something extraordinarily different beyond that in order to make a part of things. And I've had the honor and privilege of basically spending my entire professional career being paid to do what I want to do. So, it's sort of like, to paraphrase Hunter Thompson, I hesitate to recommend sex, drugs, and rock and roll, but it's always worked for me. In my particular case, the opportunity, the barrier for engagement, doesn't require somebody to totally torque around their life and everything going on to be a part of it. You could, whether or not, you wish to, be at the controls of flying something, whether or not you want to be a passenger, or you just want this stuff to be a part of your life that you're aware of and is part of, part of the what you experience vicariously. This is the juice. Okay, we're making this happen. It's not, and it's not just science fiction anymore. And the folks that are in charge, it's actually kind of funny. A few years back, I showed up at one of these conferences, and several of the younger kids thought it was really kind of strange and different that I was here. And finally, one of them fessed up, the idea that the bureaucracy or the establishment was here, was extraordinary to them. The idea that the co-founder of the Maryland Alliance for Space Colonization was now considered the establishment was extraordinary. But if you think about it, let's see here. The Deputy Administrator of NASA, past Executive Director of the National Space Society, the folks that are involved with respect to the commercial initiatives, have been directly involved with the society. We have multiple folks, that inhabit the administrator's office, that have all had an integral role in the activities, and increasingly, we're at a point where what constitutes the community of interest isn't just a club for 12,000 of our friends. Okay, it is a much larger, audience, if you will. And when you ask yourself the question, how many folks out there are interested in what's the future going to be, and are willing to express an opinion and be a part of helping to make that happen? I think it's a much larger set of folks, and we're about creating that.